Here we are for this very special encounter at the Bon Open between Jeffrey Blancano against Damir the Demon Jumur. He's very much demonized thus far, showing a bit of frustration after losing the first set. Anyway, the Frenchman to serve, 15-30. Bit of pressure on that Frenchman's shoulders, like a couple of baguettes, weighing over him. Needs to take some time. No hurry, he says, at 15-30. He's up a set, 2-all here. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go there down the middle, and that is a shank. One that even Stefanos Tsitsipas would be proud of. Get that towel, mop your brow, return to the baseline where you'll know it's 30-all. Screeches from the other courts. But they don't put this young Frenchman off. Look at him, prowling, brushing, questioning. Maybe they do put him off. He needs to be focused. It's 30-all, 2-all, tense times here at the Bon Open. Goes out wide with that, comes into the net, does the volley. Does he put it away? No, he doesn't. But he puts that one away, and his opponent, the demon, Damir Jumur, just cannot believe what has happened to him. I'll tell you what's happened. You've been flummoxed, and you've lost the point. We would take another look at it if we had a replay, but we don't. But who knows? You don't even need a replay. It's in our heads. Okay. The Frenchman to serve. I say you're going out wide. You don't. You go down the tee. Clip the net, though. So he's going to get another shot at it. Is he going to take my advice and go out wide on this one? Did so successfully on that last time for a serve and volley, even though he'd messed up the volley. Goes down the tee again, does come into the net, does a little drop shot, and you know what? Jumur is like, I can't even be bothered to run that down. And he's going to clean that line. Look at this, he's cleaning the line because he's so annoyed with some funny bounces.
Ready? Play.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Play.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in from. We are here for the watch along of Dominic Thiem against Ben Shelton. Dominic Thiem 2024, different proposition to, of course, 2020 when he won the title here. Is it too pessimistic from his perspective to think this is going to be straight sets for Ben? Do let me know what you think in the live chat. I do remember seeing a few. Let's first of all share this Dominic Thiem quote on what's going to be his last US Open. I think I'm able to enjoy it more than all the previous years with a little less pressure and knowing it's my last one. I'll really try to make the best of every second. And on retirement, wants to give back to the environment and people. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Do hit that like button, by the way. And if you're new and you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. I will actually just have a quick look around the grounds and see what else is going on. As we see Brian Shelton there, Ben's father. Of course, Ben made the semi-finals last year, didn't he? So be interesting to see if he can repeat that. So some of the scores from around the grounds, let's share these with you right now on the screen. Zverev is up a set on his compatriot Martara. Humbert won the first set over Montero, but Montero is up a break in the second. Shang won the first set over Bublik, and they're on serve in the second. Bautista Agut beat Lucanardi 7-5 in the first set. Hoinski is down a set already to Carbeas. And Grenier won the first set over Kruger, although he's a breakdown in the second. And Stricker won the first set over Comisania. The main headline on the women's side is that Maria Sakkari retired after losing the first set to Wong. So another early loss for her in a Grand Slam. And the other breaking news is that Anisimova is up a set on the gold medalist and Australian Open finalist Qin Wen Zheng. Can she hold on to that? We will see. But here we have Ben Shelton serving against Dominic Thiem to get things underway on Arthur Ashe for the 2024 US Open. Goes down the tee with a mega serve, but a mega serve that is too long. That backhand return is not going to do enough, and it's an easy forehand winner for Ben Shelton, who wins the first point on Arthur Ashe at the US Open 2024. Also, please do hit the like button. It makes a big difference. Shelton already up 30 love on his serve. I did put a poll on Twitter the other day regarding this match. I'll see if I can find it. As Dominic Thiem gets his US Open underway with a point, 30-15, just clipping the line. See if I can find this Dominic Thiem Ben Shelton poll from a day or two ago on Twitter. Yeah, here we go. Most people go for Shelton in straight sets. The next most popular outcome would be Shelton in 4 or 5. Thiem in straight sets got just under 3%. 2 game points here for Ben Shelton. 40-15, he leads on his serve. Where are you going with this one? You're going down the tee. A hell of a kick on that one, and it deceives Dominic, and Shelton holds for 1 love. Ben Shelton, of course, a potential 4th round opponent for reigning champion Novak Djokovic. Just having a quick look over there. I see Anna Samova and Zheng are still on serve. Bublik is serving for the 2nd set against Zhang. And Matra is up a break on Zverev in the 2nd set. Some players making their moves. Dominic Thiem makes the first move of this 2nd game by winning the 1st point. So, Thiem serving down the tee. It's an unreturnable serve that helped him win that point. I see trouble ahead. Thiem here, 30 love up. So it's a good start for him. A Ben Shelton backhand into the net. Unforced error on a short ball there. Ben should have done better there, I'm sure. Thiem serving here into the 4 backhand there from, Ben Shelton. Of course, he's a lefty. Backhand cross court. And that's a lovely forehand winner there that probably just caught the inside of the line from Ben Shelton, 30-15. A few of you now tuning in, please hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. That's a lovely forehand winner there. Thiem does look like he's going for the backhand a little bit of Ben where he possibly can. I'm just going to go for the forehand on that first serve, but I suspect this 2nd serve will be down the tee and to the backhand. Prove me wrong, Dominic. It was more or less down the tee, but it's a run-around forehand return. It's a lovely forehand return from Ben, but he's put that forehand into the net. And so it's 40-15. 2 game points for Dominic Thiem. Just a reminder of some of those last words that Dominic gave regarding how he feels pretty relaxed. He's going to give it his best shot. We'll see how that ends up. 2nd serve here again for Ben to look at. Forehand return is good from Ben, but that's decent from Dominic, but that's not. Mishit forehand, 40-30. And Zverev has broken back against Martada. And Bublik has won the 2nd set against Zhang. Ah, that's nice to see Dominic's former coach there in the stands. Nicholas Msou, the Chilean.
Svitolina fighting back, I see, against Kale. And Niemeyer was won the first set against Yastremska. And Parry has won the first set against Wong. All of this breaking news in the last few minutes. Ben Shelton serving here, 1 game all. Run around forehand return. It's a cultured return, let's call it that, and it goes long from Dominic Thiem. So 15 love, Ben Shelton. There's Nicholas Massou again. And it's an ace there from Ben Shelton to bring up 30 love. To share some of these men's score lines for you. Bautista Agut is up a set and a break on Luca Nardi. Stricker Komisani is very tight in that second set. Backhand return there from Dominic. Forehand from Ben. Run around forehand for Ben Shelton here. Forehand to forehand right now, but that forehand from Dominic Thiem has gone long. And it is 2 games to 1 to Ben Shelton. Yeah, Nicholas Massou. Is he in the box of Dominic Thiem? I saw somebody write this on Twitter. He's in the box, but I'm not sure if he's in the box. Here's another poll. One of these polls I've been putting on Twitter in the last few days. Most people suggesting a Fernandez win over Potapova. Is that fandom or is that realism? Maybe. So Dominic Thiem to serve here at 1-2. Shang is serving first in the third set against Bublik, 40-15. Huinski and Carbeas Baena remain on serve in their second set, although the Spaniard won the first. Bautista Agut is up a set and a break over Luca Nardi. And over on the women's side, the main headline is that Maria Sakkari retired from her match against Wong earlier. So Wong progresses and Sakkari has another early exit at a slam. Svitolina is on the verge of winning the second set, and so make it 1 set all against Kale. Niemeyer won the first set over Yastremska. Qinwen Zheng is now up a break on Anisimova in the second set. So that one could be going the distance because Anisimova won the first set. Erika Andreeva is up a set and a break on Yuan. Donovekic likewise is also up a set and a break. Kasatkina is already through to the second round, along with Wong. Kasatkina winning 6-2, 6-4 over the Romanian Christian earlier. And Diane Parry won the first set 7-6 over Wong. And Niemeyer, as I said, won the first set over Yastremska. So that keeps you pretty much up to date with all things on the women's side. Back over to the men. Any developments in the last few minutes? Well, Zverev has 3 break points on Marta. Remember, Zverev was down a break 4-2 on his compatriot, but then he's on the verge of winning 3 games in a row. And is close to a 2-0 lead. Shang has held serve in the first game of the third set. Humbert Montero remain on serve. Huinski Carbeas Baena also on serve. And Bautista Agut is still up a set and a break on Luca Nardi. Stricker and Komisani on serve in the second set. Stricker having won the first set. And Grenier won the first set over Kruger. So that brings you up to date pretty much with all things tennis. For those of you just tuning in, do hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, do hit subscribe on YouTube. So Dominic Thiem here serving 1-2, 15 all. Ben Shelton nets there with a forehand. Been a few unforced errors off the racket of Ben so far. Bit clumsy, I would suggest. 30-15. Okay, Shelton serve. Sorry, Thiem to serve into the body. It's a nice forehand from Dominic. What are you going to do with this forehand? Going to try and put it away, but doesn't do enough damage with that forehand. That's something I've seen Gil Gross highlight in the past, that he's just not doing anywhere near the kind of damage off that forehand to what he was doing a couple of years ago. And Ben makes him pay with a passing shot at the net. 30 all. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is, Matthew, but has she played a lot of tennis? Did she play Cincinnati or Canada? I don't think she did. I think she played Wimbledon, where she lost to Raducanu in straight sets. She played Bad Homburg, where she lost to Niemeyer in 3 tight sets there. I remember being at that match in Germany. And then she played the Olympics, where, unfortunately for Maria, didn't make any great runs in either the doubles or the singles. 40-30 here, Dominic Thiem, game point, second serve. Matthew, please do hit the like button on this video. Down the tee there from Dominic. Game point here for the Austrian. And another unforced error off the racket of Ben Shelton into the net. How many of those have we seen already in just 4 games? Too many for the Americans' liking, I'm sure. And so far, we've not even had a break point. I say so far. It's only been 4 games, but yeah. Do we see Ben having a similar run to last year? Of course, this year, I'm pretty sure him and Novak on a collision course for the 4th round. Let me have a look. Did anyone, are we all, by the way, entering the Talking Tennis bracket draw with TNNS? I've invited you all many times, either on social media or also in the YouTube community tab. So yeah, I have Shelton losing, yes, in the round of 16 to Novak Djokovic. So that's a tricky one. Shelton here, 30 love on serve, forehand return from Dominic into the forehand of a lovely forehand winner there. That is gravy from Ben Shelton. 40 love and 3 game points. Oh, Svitolina's having a medical timeout apparently at 5-2 in the second set in her first round match with Carla. Unreturnable serve there from Ben Shelton, and he leads by 3 games to 2. And we will take a short break. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
Indeed, destination. Of course, that was comments from Coco not long before she won the US Open. It was actually just before the French Open last year. Okay, let's have a quick look around the grounds. And so on the women's side, yes, Svitolina having a medical timeout, but even more significantly, she's love 30 down on her serve. Sakari is out, as we said earlier, having retired in her match with Wong. Niemeyer won the first set of Yastremska, and it's 1-1 in the second. On the men's side here, we have Thiem and Shelton still on serve. Zverev, by the way, who had love 40 on the Martin serve at 4-4, but wasn't able to get the advantage. So it's 5-5 there. He was a breakdown as well, 4-2. Shang and Bublik in the third set, one set apiece there on serve. Humbert is up a set on Montero. Carballes Baena up a set on Hoinski. And Bautista Agut is up a set and a break on Luca Nardi. And Stricker and Comisania now, one set all. Okay. So. Okay, watching this point here is, that's a lovely volley there from Ben Shelton for love 15. Second serve here for Ben Shelton to look at. Love 15 on the Dominic team serve. Are we today watching the last Grand Slam match of Dominic's career? I would suggest probably, but that's another careless shot, I would argue, from Ben Shelton, 15-all. That was a very makeable return on the second serve. Forehand return for Ben, dumps it into the net. How many times have we said that already today? Forehand return from Ben. That's a bit better. And now it's Dominic's turn to dump a shot in the net. 15-30 now. First bit of pressure on either player's serve. 15-30. Okay, 15-30, Dominic team. Unreturnable serve. I think Ben just sort of misread that slightly, although to be honest with you, even if he had read it properly, I think Ben thought he was going to go into the backhand. In the end, he went to the forehand on that first serve. 30-all. Backhand return, that's decent there from Ben. Team comes into the net, and Shelton just doesn't make a clean connection with that. 40-30, Dominic here from 15-30 wins 2 points in a row, 2 big points in a row. And it's now a game point for the Austrian. 40-30, he leads. First serve into the net from Dominic Thiem. Return now. We're into the rally. Backhand from... Oh, it's a careless backhand from Shelton. Goes long. How many unforced errors is that now for Ben Shelton today? 3 games all. And now back over to Ben's serve. Okay, let's have a quick look around the grounds. Stricker Comisano about to commence in their third set, 1 set apiece. Bautista Agut is up 7-5, 4-2 on Luca Nardi. Carballes Baena has the break over Hoinski in the second set and is now serving for that set for a 2-sets-to-love lead. Humbert has a break over Montero and is also serving for the second set for a 2-sets-to-love lead as well. Martha has held serve for 6-5, so over to you, Zverev. And over here on Arthur Ashe, Shelton is serving at 3-all for the love. Shang and Bublik on serve in the third set as well. Over on the women's side, what is going on? Over on the women's side, we see Vekic and Birela on serve at 4-all in the second set. Vekic won the first set 6-4. Kazatkina is through, having beaten Christiane. Sakari is probably the biggest news of the day so far. She retired, having lost the first set over Wong. So another early exit at a Grand Slam for her. Niemeyer won the first set over Yastremska, 6-4. Diane Parry won the first set 7-6 over Wong, but she's actually down a break in the second set. Svitolina has had a medical timeout in her match with Maria Kala, but she is leading 5-2 in the second set to make it to 1 set apiece. And Erika Andreeva won the first set over Yuan, but they are on serve at 4-all in the second. Qinwen Zheng and Anisimova seem to be in a bit of an epic already, I would argue. Anisimova won the first set, 6-4. Plenty of breaks of serve in there. In fact, she ended up ceding a couple of times an advantage of the break, but ended up breaking for that first set. But it's Qinwen Zheng who has the advantage in the second set, who leads 4-3 with a break as she seeks to force a decider. Ben Shelton has held serve, so it is 4-3. Game to love for the American. And I think Nardi was down a break, wasn't he, to Bautista Agut, unless I've got that mistaken, but I think he's just broken back. Talking of breaking back, Hoinski is trying to break back against Carballes Baena. Carballes Baena serving for the second set, but Hoinski has a break point. Humbert has 2 set points in his match with Thiago Montero. Yeah, Brazy, we've got 2 streams at the same time. Which match will finish first? Will it be Shelton against Thiem? Hit the like button, please, Brazy, on this particular stream. And anyone else who's joining in, please do hit the like button. And we've got plenty more streams as well. I know we're going to have Madison Keys against Siniakova. I know we're going to have Madison Keys Siniakova later. We're going to have Tiafoe as well in his match with Kovacevic. And we're also going to have Djokovic Albot as well. So plenty of streams still to come. Some of them will overlap, some will not. Thiem here on the forehand. Didn't do enough damage with the forehand. Ben Shelton sort of punished him, but really maybe Thiem should have picked up that volley. Carballes Baena now has a set point over Hoinski. Humbert is now up 2-0 on Montero. First serve into the net. Love 15, remember, here on the Dominic serve. Remember, he was 15-30 down on his serve in the last game. There's yet to be a break point in this match so far. Backhand return from Ben. Forehand from Dominic. Nice angle that he's created there. Has Ben Shelton gone too long? I think he has. Yes, another unforced error from Ben Shelton. Carlo's got one of the breaks back on Svitolina. Remember, Svitolina was a double break up in that second set, but it's now just 1 break advantage that the Ukrainian has, and the Ukrainian has had a medical timeout. So that's a match to keep an eye on. Biggest breaking news so far of the day is Maria Sakkari's retirement after lost the first set. So she is out once again at a Grand Slam at the early stage. And it's 15-30 again on the Dominic Thiem service. He's kind of forced into an error there on the forehand side. 15-30. Kim Wen-jeng leading 5-3 over Anisimova in the second set. Anisimova having won the first set. Thiem goes long on the first serve, so this feels like a chance. But there's been a few of these second serves that Ben has not punished. So let's see if he does this time. Took a step to the right. Dominic Thiem, though, with a forehand winner there. Again, Ben not quite reading that Dominic serve, which has been an issue on occasion so far in this match. Somebody watching the Svitolina match has suggested that Svitolina is looking a bit desperate at the moment. Also suggestions that she is playing with pain. Backhand return here from Ben. Backhand from Dominic. Wow, that's a nice backhand. Is he going to put the forehand away? He's going to come into the net. He doesn't need to because it's a winner. 40-30. Again, very similar to the last service game for Dominic Thiem. He was 15-30 down. Bit of pressure. But Ben not able to punish those second serves. And it's now 40-30 Dominic Thiem. Mishit return, not going to go over the net. And Dominic Thiem holds just like he did in the previous game from 15-30 down. 4 games all. Kazakhina is through. Wong is through. Vekic is serving for the match against Birel. How is Alexander Zverev getting on? Well, him and Matra are into a tie break. Humbert up 2-0 on Montero. Carballes Baena did get over the line there and is now 2-0 up on Hoinski. Bautista Agut won the first set 7-5 over Lucanardi, but has ceded a break advantage in the second set, and they are back on serve at 4-all in the second set. Here we have over on Ash, Ben Shelton serving at love 15. Drop shot, is that going to work? Maybe not, but the volley does, 15-all. Dominic is probably thinking he should have gone down the line with that response to the drop shot. Okay, backhand slice there from Dominic. Forehand now from Dominic is going to go long, 30-15, Ben Shelton. Matra Zverev into a second set tiebreak. Alexander Zverev has been so consistent at Grand Slams recently. Struggled a bit after coming back from injury in 2023. Did make the semi-finals, I think, in Paris of 2023, but that felt like a pale of the Zverev from the year before when obviously he got that big injury against Rafa Nadal. But in 2024, semi-finals in Australia, final in Paris, 4th round at Wimbledon when he was compromised by a knee injury. And here we are in New York. Ben Shelton holds, by the way, to 15. So he leads by 5-4 over to Dominic Thiem to serve to stay in the set. Bublik has got a break on Shang in the third set. So he's 1-all, but he's a break up in the third set, leading 3-2. Zverev Matra could not be closer, at least in terms of the second set. Zverev won the first set, but the second set, Zverev was a breakdown in the second set, but got that break back. and they are into a second set tiebreak, and it is 3-all. Qin Wenjiang serving for the second set against Anisimova. Keep up at the back. Svitolina has a second set point, or has a set point in the second set over Carla, but Svitolina is struggling with an injury and some pain. Vekic has got over the line, and she is through. She joins Kazatkina and Wong into the second round. Niemeyer up a set on Yastremska, but it's 3-all in the second. Oh, and Diane Parry has broken back in her first round encounter over on court 15. Erika Andreeva is up a set on Yuan, but it is 5 games all in the second set. And Bublik is 40 love up, looking to consolidate that break over Shang. Sorry, just laughing at a comment from Ghosty over on the other stream. Hi, Nurlan. How are you? Nurlan, you never answer my questions in the chat. Never. I asked you the other day, do you have any pets? I asked you why you're so down on Arina Sabalenka. And now I'm going to ask you what you think about Dominic Thiem. Are you going to answer my questions today? Dominic Thiem serving here at 4-5. Ben Shelton goes long. How many unforced errors is that? One match all in their head-to-head, by the way. 30 love here, Dominic Thiem. Ben winning in the US Open. Yes, I remember that one from a year ago when Dominic had to retire. But I was also at the match in Estoril of last year when Dominic won in straight sets. From memory, I think Ben might even have gone up an early break in that match. And Dominic told me afterwards that his forehand was firing again. Sadly, wasn't able to quite carry on that forehand form either through the rest of 2023 or 2024. Anyway, 30 love here, Dominic Thiem on his serve. Backhand return from Ben Shelton goes long. Let's see if we can get some stats for this match. Because I just feel like there's been so many unforced errors from Ben Shelton today. It's just incredible. Just having a look at some of the stats for this particular encounter. 2 aces for Ben, 1 for Dominic Thiem, 1 double fault from Dominic, but none from the racket of Ben Shelton. Unforced errors, 7 from Ben Shelton, okay, and 4 from Dominic Thiem. Matra has a set point on Alexander Zverev, and it's on Matra's serve. Now, is he going to be able to take advantage of that set point, though? We'll see. By the way, Thiem, who was looking very comfortable on his serve now, is back at deuce. And remember, Thiem serving. And Matra got over the line. 1 set all. Breaking news. Zverev against Matra. 1 set all now in that all-German clash over on grandstand. Lovely return of serve, by the way, to get to deuce for Ben Shelton. Svitolina got over the line, by the way, in that second set. So it's 1 set all between her and Carla. And here on Arthur Ashe, it's deuce. Thiem serving 4-5. First serve into the net. Are we feeling something? Are we feeling something here in terms of a Ben Shelton break? Forehand return from Ben is good. Now on the forehand, now on the backhand of Dominic Thiem, and that slice is into the net. And we have a set point for Ben Shelton. It's the first break point of the entire set, and it's come at such a crucial time in terms of Dominic serving to stay in the first set. I think both of these serves will go into either the body or the backhand of Ben. Let's see. So down the tee. No, it doesn't. Goes big to the forehand, but it's a good first serve from Dominic. Now Dominic's got a forehand volley to put away, and he does more or less. Deuce. Oh, and Kim Wen-sheng has won the second set over Anisimova, so they're into a third set. Kruger serving for the second set over Grenier. Remember, Grenier won that first set. Down the team from Dominic. Forehand from Dominic. Thiem has gone long. And we've got a second set point here for Ben Shelton. For those of you just tuning in, please do hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe as we head inexorably towards 10,000 subscribers. Montero in all sorts of trouble, by the way, against Humbert. Montero was up a break in that second set, by the way. Okay, set point here. First serve into the net. Crucial point now. In terms of the destination, not just of the first set, but arguably the match. Ooh, that was close to a double fault. Ben's going to have a look at it. But of course, with electronic line coining, that is it. And it's deuce. That was a risky second serve there from Dominic Thiem. Back to deuce anyway. Backhand return is good. Dominic Thiem, what's going on there? That's not bad. What are you going to do with this one? You're not going to be able to retrieve that. Honestly, there was 3 or 4 shots from both players there that were pretty smart. And in the end, it's Ben Shelton who wins the point and brings up a third set point for the American. So, set point number 3, Dominic Thiem to serve. Remember, on one of those previous ones, he hit a very risky second serve. He's loving going to that forehand on the first serve. It's almost as if, you know what, I can afford to go to the forehand in the deuce court, sorry, in the ad court like that. Now, of course, he goes to the backhand on the second serve. Now it's a run-around forehand for Ben Shelton. Now it's a forehand of Dominic Thiem, backhand from Ben Shelton. Low net clearance there from the American. Some decent backhands. Now it's Dominic Thiem on the backhand. Forehand Dominic Thiem goes big and into the net, and Ben Shelton wins the first set by 6 games to 4, to the delight of his team and large members of the crowd, large swathes of the crowd, perhaps I should say. And Ben Shelton seals the first set by 6 games to 4. We will take a short break, and when we come back, I will answer some of Nerland's questions if he answers my questions. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis indeed. Welcome back. So let's have a quick look at some of the stats from the first set. For me, there were just too many unforced errors off the racket of Ben Shelton, but it was actually Thiem in that last game when he committed 3 unforced errors that ended up costing him the set. Nerland, you answer my questions, I will answer yours. Thank you, Brazy, as well. Yeah, so 3 unforced errors there, including that last one, which was a forehand unforced error that went into the net. And ultimately, Shelton was able to break at the 3rd time of asking and therefore take the set. He will now serve first, of course, as well in this second set. Oh, I was about to say a lovely drop shot there from Ben, but actually that didn't work. Bublik is close to winning the 3rd set. Kluger does indeed win the 2nd set, and Lucanardi, a break down to Bautista in the 2nd set, is now a break up and serving for the 2nd set to make it 1 set apiece. Humbert is up by 2 sets to love and a break, so he has 1 foot firmly placed in the 2nd round. Yastremsko is serving for the 2nd set against Niemeyer. Vekic is through. Sakari is out. And Svitolina and Karla at 1 set apiece. They are just some of the headlines. Kazatkina is also through. Who will be the first male to go through in the singles? Well, Humbert up 2 sets to love and a break would suggest that he's the most likely to do so right now. Although now Carballes Baena is also up by 2 sets to love and a break. So maybe it would be a race between the Spaniard and the Frenchman to see who goes through first. This was the poll that we put out beforehand. Shelton in straight sets, the most likely outcome, according to you guys out there who were voting. That, to me, makes sense. And having won the first set, still very much on course to do so. Nerland, do you have any pets? Serve volley here from Ben. It's not going to work out. We're going to have a break point for Dominic Thiem, first one of the match. I bet you've got a cat. Oh, no pets. Why do you change so quickly between being a fan, not a fan of Iga's, and then suddenly becoming a fan from nowhere? Doesn't make sense. Another serve volley here attempt from Shelton, but he's not even going to need to put the volley away. You like cats, okay. And where I don't get the Iga, I don't know where you stand. And an ace, I think that is from Shelton, so it's now a game point for the American. That first serve is gone wide, so it's a second serve here. Game point for Ben Shelton, but a second serve. Good body serve, that one, with a nice little kick on it as well. And Shelton holds, saving a break point on route. Okay, so Shelton leads by 1-0 over Dominic Thiem. Zverev and Matra 1-all. Umber is up 2-0 and a break on Montero. Carballes Baena is up 2-0 and a break on Oinsky. Bublik in Chang are at 1-all, although Bublik has a break advantage in the third. Lucanardi is serving for the second set, but he's 15-40 down. And Dominic Stricker and Comisano at 1 set apiece, but it's the Swiss, who had such a good run in New York last year, who is up a break in the third. And we see Berrettini is up already a break on Ramos Vinolas, and Popperin and Kwon have just got underway with the South Korean serving first. Over on the women's side, headlines: Sakkari out, Kazakina through, Vekic through, Zheng and Anisimova into a third set, as are Svitolina and Kale, although Zheng is up a break in that third set over Anisimova. Back here on Arthur Ashe, team serving 15-love over Ben Shelton. Oh, and it looks like the physio is coming on for Jerry Shang. That explains why they've been stuck at 5-3 for quite a while. It's going to be a lob. Is that going to land in? No, I think it's gone long from Ben Shelton. Yeah, 30-love, Dominic Thiem. Thiem goes long on the first serve. Now they're into the rally. Oh, lovely backhand volley there from Shelton at the net, 30-15. It's a lovely slice there as well that preceded that. Look at that technique. So 30-15. Net points won, 12 out of 15 from Ben Shelton. Good serve down the tee though from Dominic. He's got a forehand that he should put away, and he does. (40-15). 2 game points for the Austrian to make it 1 game all. Bublik serving for the third set. Nardi has saved those 2 break points against Bautista Agut, and it's a deuce as he's trying to serve out the second set. Is that a double fault from Dominic Thiem? I think it is. 40-30. I think that's his second double fault of the match, yeah. Shelton get the double fault, which for someone with such a big serve, maybe a compliment for Ben. First serve here into the net, 40-30. Ooh, all-time favorite one-handed backhand player, Boris Becker. Deuce. Jan Novotny also springs to mind on the women's side. Forehand winners there. Shelton hitting 8 to Dominic Thiem's 4. Dominic just not getting the pop on that forehand that he used to get. "17 years old. unseeded as well. Wild card, I think. And we have a break point now for Ben Shelton. First serve down the tee, backhand return is decent though. Backhand again from Ben. Now it's a slice from Dominic Thiem, but it seems like he's ceded the advantage in the rally as a result, and he's gone wide on the forehand, and Ben Shelton now leads by a set and a break. 2-love to the American. Slight shake of the head there from Dominic Thiem. And Ben Shelton leads 6-4, 2-love. So, elsewhere, Bublik serving for the third set to make it 2-1 over Shang. Humbert is up 2-0 and a break, leading 3-2 in the third set. Marta and Zverev are on serve, 1 set apiece in the all-German affair. Carballes Baena leading 2-0 and a break in the third set. Nardi, who was serving for that second set, was broken, and now they're into a tiebreaker with Bautista Agut. Stricker and Comisania 1 set apiece, and Stricker's leading 4-1 in the third. Grenier and Kruger are also 1 set apiece. Over on the women's side, Zheng is making big moves in the third set. She leads 3-love with a double break over Anisimova. So that match has certainly changed very much in her direction. She lost the first set by 6 games to 4 and was always on the back foot, largely because of the Americans' returns of serve. But she took an early break in the second set, didn't let that go, and now she has a double break advantage in the third. So she's looking pretty good now for a spot in the second round. Erika Andreeva is through. She's won by 2-0 over the Chinese Yuan, 6-3, 7-6. Vekic is through, 6-4, 6-4 over Birrell. Kazatkina is through, 6-2, 6-4 over Christian. Sakari is out. She retired having lost the first set, 6-2 to Wong. So that's pretty much keeping you up to date with some of the things that have been going on elsewhere. Back over here on the men's side, Ben Shelton has 2 game points now for a 3-love lead over Dominic Thiem. Bublik, though, facing a break point as he's trying to serve out the third set, 30-40. How's Berrettini getting on? Oh, Ramos Vanelis has broken back. It was 4-2 Berrettini. It's now 4-3, or I should say 3-4 with the Spaniard to serve. For those of you just tuning in, do please hit the like button.
To start off with. Hopefully I'll keep you guys updated. Just let me know anything from your matches if you want to keep me up to date with anything, or keep us up to date with anything. If there's any questions you want me to answer, more than happy to do that. But yeah, looks like Jerry Shang, despite having
Indeed, Shang trying to fight back against Bublik. Ben Shelton, by the way, has held for 3 games to love. And we will take a quick break.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Let's see how it goes.
Indeed, and we are back with all things tennis from the US Open. As you can see, some of the scores as they currently are. Berrettini and Vamos Vinolas are 4-all. Berrettini did have a break advantage, but has ceded that, and they are now back on serve. Popperin and Kwon are both on serve in the early stages of their match. Stricker and Comisania, 1 set apiece, although the Swiss is up a break in the third. Huinski has broken back against Carballes Baena, so they're now on serve in the third set, but a long way back for the Brit. Of course, he's 2 sets to love down. Bautista Agut, who was, well, Nardi was serving for that second set, was unable to serve it out, and as a result, they went into a tiebreak, and now the Spaniard is up 5-2 in that said tiebreak. Shang has broken back against Bublik. Bublik was also serving for the third set, but Shang has broken back, and that's now 5-all. Humbert remains up 2 sets to love and a break on Montero. And over here on Ash, we have a smash for Dominic Thiem as he leads 30-love. But he is down a set and a break, the Austrian. Over on the women's side, let's have a quick look to see how some of those scores are panning out at the moment. The current matches that are still underway or currently underway, Anisimov has got one of the breaks back on Zheng. So it's 3-1 to the Chinese in the third set there. Svitolina has 3 break points for a significant advantage in the third set over Kale. 1 set apiece there. Nima is serving for the match against Yastremska, but is down love 40. Diane Parry won the first set 7-6 over 1, and they are now into a second set tiebreak. So Parry very close to getting the job done there. And yes, over here on Ash, we have Ben Shelton to serve. Up a set and a break on Dominic Thiem. And Bautista Agut has won that second set. Wow, over Luca Nardi. So a long way back now for the Italian. Bautista Agut leading 2 sets to love. And Ben Shelton leading 6-4, 3-1, 30 love. Zverev has got a break on Martero in the third set. So 1 set apiece there in that all-German encounter, but 4-1 to Alexander in the third set. Humbert leading 6-3, 6-4, 4-3 with a break. So he's just 2 games away from a place in the second round. Shang and Bublik back on serve. Bublik was serving for that third set, but is now 5-all. Huinski was down a break in the third set, but now he's got that back on serve, albeit that the Spaniard is leading 2 sets to love. And Stricker has ceded his break advantage in the third set over Comisania. So they're 1 set apiece, and now they're back on serve. Three game points here for Ben Shelton. 40 love, he leads for a 4-1 lead. Berrettini now under a bit of pressure, having had an early break advantage. And indeed, Ben Shelton does now lead 4-1 at the change of ends. Svitolina now up a break in that third set. Zheng under a little bit of pressure now. She was a double break up, 3-love over Anisimova, but Anisimova's got the break back and also held, so it's now 3-2, albeit the Chinese still does have a break. It's a nice tweet here just to remember how good Dominic Thiem was. As tough as it's been watching Dominic Thiem, says Jeff Donaldson on Twitter, very clearly nowhere near his best since the wrist injury. It can't be lost how absolutely sensational he was in his top 10 years from 2016 to 2021. The way he was able to compete with the big three was largely irreplicable. Indeed. Oh, Ben taking a tumble, but it looks like he's okay. 15-love Dominic Thiem. Popin and Kwon still on serve there with the Australian to serve at 2-3. Komisanya really supplying the pressure to Stricker now, having won 3 games in a row to get things back on serve. Kruger is up a break in the third set over Grenier. Berrettini did manage to hold for 5-4. They're on serve with Ramos Vinolas. Berrettini was up a break at 4-2, but Ramos Vinolas got it back on serve. Just a second. Okay, 30-15 here, Dominic Thiem. One four. Team forehand though is wild. That is just wild from Dominic. 30-all. Nicholas Massou there has just sort of had his hands clapped together for most of the match as he probably hopes and prays for a minor miracle. Bublik again serving for the third set. 30-all here. Dominic Thiem is a nice forehand winner there for the Austrian. 40-30. Stricker steadying the ship against Komisanya, having lost 3 games in a row. Humbert is 1 game away. In fact, he's 3 points away from a place in the second round against Montero. Kim Wen-Zheng has held for 4-2 in the deciding set against Anisimova. Svitolina is 1 game away from a place in the second round. And now we're here at deuce on the Dominic team serve, 1-4. Backhand return, no, that's gone long. Second serve, Dominic team. And now we have a break point for Ben Shelton to take a 5-1 lead. And almost certainly a 2 sets to love lead. So, team to serve. Goes down the tee. I think that clipped the net. So I think another first serve. I could be wrong here. It felt like a second serve, that one though. But Ben, has that landed in? No, just missed. Just missed that one, Ben. He's annoyed with himself. Deuce. Backhand return there. Good depth on that backhand return. And the forehand from Dominic Thiem has sprayed wide, and we're going to have another break point for Ben Shelton. Bublik takes the third set over Shang. So the second time of asking, he served that out. Forehand here from Dominic. Forehand from Ben Shelton. Remember, this is a break point here that Ben has. Backhand. Not taking too many risks on these backhands, although he is just cranking up the pressure a little bit there, Ben. And now he's gone long on the backhand. It's back to deuce. Humbert serving for the match against Montero. Is he going to be the first man into the second round of the US Open men's singles? Okay, deuce here. Team serving. 1-4 in the second set. Shelton won the first set 6-4. Backhand return from Ben is decent. Slice there from Dominic just to try and get himself back in the rally. Is that a forehand winner? It is an excellent forehand winner from Ben Shelton. Break point number 3 for the American in this game. Down the tee, backhand. That's a good serve there from Thiem, and it's got him out of trouble again. Back to deuce. Stricker has a set point on the Comasagna serve to take a 2-1 lead over the Argentinian. Lucanardi down 2-0 to Bautista Agut. He's serving first in the third set. Humbert serving for the match is down 15-30. Backhand return here from Shelton. Backhand here from Thiem is decent. Backhand again from Thiem. Slice there from Ben. Ooh, good slices from both players, to be fair. Ben Shelton comes into the net, but he's put that backhand long. And it is game point for Dominic Thiem. Bautista Agut is up a break already on Lucanardi in the third set. So it's 2-0 and a break advantage for the Spaniard. Down the tee here, forehand now for Dominic Thiem, clips the net. Ben, is that forehand passing shot landed in? No, it hasn't. And so Dominic Thiem's held serve to stay in this second set, arguably 4-2. Ben is about to change his racket. We will take a very, very short break. And we welcome you back. It is 6-4, 4-2 Ben Shelton and 30 love. So looking pretty good here for Ben, despite those breakpoint opportunities missed in the last game to take a double break advantage. And it's now 40 love, 3 game points. For the American and a 5-2 lead. Forehand here from Ben is huge. Huge. 5-2 he leads. Okay, so 5-2 now for Ben Shelton. Let's have a quick look to see what else is going on in New York. Zverev serving for the third set to take a 2-1 lead over Matra. Humbert has a match point against Montero. 6-3, 6-4, 5-4. The Frenchman leads over the Brazilian. Kruger up a break in the third set on Grenier. Can Humbert get over the line and put himself into the second round? Yes, he can. Hugo Humbert is the first man in the singles draw to go through to the second round even. 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. He beat the Brazilian Thiago Monteiro. So Hugo Humbert is through. Bautista Agut fans will feel as though their man is pretty close to going through as well. Up 2-0 and a break. Sheng and Bublik, by the way, Sheng and Bublik are taking a fairly lengthy break between sets 3 and 4, with Bublik leading 2-1. Over on the women's side, Qinwen Zheng is serving for the match and a place in the second round. Qinwen lost the first set by 6-4 against Anisimova. She then won the second set also by 6-4, so it was 1 set all. Took an early advantage in the third set and has really had a double break advantage, actually, which she then ceded to make it a single break advantage, but she's then re-established that double break advantage. And she is serving for the match, against Anisimova, leading 30-15 in the third set. Kazatkina is through. Vekic is through. Sakari is out. Diampari is through. Yastremska and Nima are into a third set. Svitolina has come from a set down to beat Maria Kale by 2-1, and Erika Andreeva is through. Okay, Zverev serving for a 2-1 lead over Marta. Dominic Thiem here serving at 2-5 against Ben Shelton, and it is 15-all. Berrettini, Ramos Vinolas are into a first set tiebreak, and Popperin is up a break now on Kwon, leading 4-3. Komisanya serving 5-6 to stay in the third set over with Stricker. And Kruger remains up a break on Grenier. 1 set apiece they are, but Kruger leading 4-2 in the third. So that brings you up to date. Shelton Thiem here over on Ash. Hi, Jake. Yep, 2 streams at the same time. Overlap. You never know what happens. Zheng and Anisimov, of course, could be over in a matter of seconds, but as it turns out, they were not.
More stable these days? Yeah, I'd say so, actually. She's definitely a lot more confident.
Let's have a quick look at
Definitely a lot more confident.
Let's see if I can join.
Junction Win is through and keeps my pride and my power and my lungs still alive. But still a tough battle with going on. And John is here. John, what are you doing? You should be on the other stream.
I'm on both streams. I'm just coming to say just click end stream whenever you're done, which is pretty much now.
I was going to do that. I was about to tell them to go and join you on Shelton versus Thiem.
They will, but also there's a thing on YouTube that they've set up now, which is where you can redirect. In other words, that means as soon as this stream ends, people then get sent over to.
Okay.
Yeah, Brazy here saying I'm in 2 places at once. Magic.
Yeah. Are you following John? Are you following both Talking Tennis streams, Brazy? Because that's dedication. All right. Well, in which case, I'm not going to be about the bush. Everyone's automatically going to go over to
Jake. Yeah, 2 streams. Yeah, you never know quite how things are going to turn out. Oh, by the way, talking of how things are going to turn out, Ben Shelton has 2 set points. So it's more break points on the team serve. He had 3 that came and went in the previous game to have a double break advantage. Well, now those break points, because we're much closer to the end of the second set, mean they are golden set points. Not golden set points. Golden set would be completely wrong. But you know what I mean. 2 set points anyway for Ben Shelton to take a 2 sets to lovely. Dominic Thiem to serve. Where you're going to serve, you're going to go down the tee, but well wide. 15-40, second serve here. Backhand return from Ben has got some good depth on it. Now it's on the forehand of Ben, but it's gone into the net. That was sort of a pattern of play we saw a lot in the first half a dozen games of the match. Regarding streams coming up, Jake, we've got plenty. I think the next one is probably Anisimova against... it's not Anisimova, sorry. The next one is Madison Keys against Siniakova with Matt. Then we'll have Tiafoe against Kovacevic with Damien. And then we'll have Matthew bringing us Albot against Djokovic. Close to a double fault there from Dominic Thiem. 30-40. Has that forehand landed in? No, it hasn't. It's gone wide. Ben Shelton clenches his fist as he knows he has a 2 sets to love lead. Set points for Matteo Berrettini. Ben Shelton leading 6-4, 6-2 over Dominic Thiem. Zverev has sealed the 3rd set, so he leads 2 sets to 1 over his compatriot Martara. Humbert is through, having beaten Montero in straight sets. Bublik and Shang have resumed with the Bublik leading 2 sets to 1. Bautista Agut remains a breakup in the 3rd set. He leads 2 sets to love over Luca Nardi. Huinski has won the 3rd set over Carballes Baena. How about that? So that's 2 sets to 1 as Huinski tries to mount a comeback. Kruger is still up a break on Grenier. And Shelton leads by 2 sets to love over Dominic Thiem. Of course, this could well be the last set of Dominic Thiem's Grand Slam career. Could be. Yeah, so Oinski and Carbeas Bayonet into a third set. Comisano and Stricker are into a third set tiebreak. Stricker was leading by 4-1 in that particular encounter. I'm sure a few of you have just joined, having been on the stream for Qin Wenjing against Anisimova. Qin Wenjing winning that from going a set down to the American, but winning that 2-1. So a very impressive win there for the Chinese. Actually, I think both Nick and I called that as a 3-set win. Sakkari is out, everybody. Svitolina is through. That was also a come from behind win over the Argentinian Carler. Erika Andreeva winning in straight sets. So she is through, also winning in straight sets. Donna Vekic and Daria Kazakina, so they are all through as well. Thiem Parry also winning in straight sets. And Nima and Yastremska are into a third set. Welcome, by the way, everyone who's just joining from the previous stream with Nick, who was covering Qin Wenjing against Anisimova. So please do hit the like button for those of you just joining, as Ben Shelton serves first again in this third set. He served first in each of the previous 2 sets, but he managed to break Dominic Thiem in the final game of both sets, hence the fact that he's managed to serve first in each of the sets. And he's leading 30 love here. So pretty good start for him in this particular encounter. See a picture of João Fonseca on Instagram at the US Open. Of course, he didn't make the main draw. Ben Shelton's held serve, by the way, for 1 love. Just going to share this tweet again from Jeff here about the Dominic Thiem decline, but just remembering how good he once was. Oh, Shang is up a break on Bublik in the 4th set. So are they heading for 5? Berrettini won the first set over Ramos Vinolas, 7-6, so a tiebreak there. Popyrin has lost his serve, and so therefore he's lost the advantage that he had, because he was a break-up, but now back on serve. And in fact, Popyrin under a bit of pressure, serving at 4-5 to stay in the set. Stricker and Comisania are into a tiebreak to see who can take a 2-1 lead, and they are 3-all in the aforementioned tiebreak. Dominic Thiem here serving at love 1, and he's won the first point of the game on his serve, so leads 15 love. Okay, so 30 love now, Dominic Thiem. Of course, there are some challenges going on this week. I know there's one at the Rafa Nadal Academy that's just got underway on the hard courts there in Manacor. Over on the clay, there's a challenger in Porto as well. Lovely return of serve there for Ben Shelton, 40-15. Let's have a quick look at the live chat to see what else has been going on. What have I been missing from you guys chatting away? Lovely forehand there from Dominic Thiem. And that's going to land out, so it's 1 game all. Yeah, let's have a quick look at the live chat to see what you guys have been talking about. Oh yeah, by the way, please do hit the like button as well, of course. Okay, so Shelton, by the way, winning the poll that I had, 76% of people voting for Ben, suggesting that he would win. Hey, Brazy, I see you're back now. Oh, Rude is heading into a first set tiebreaker. Wow, okay, thank you, Brazy, for keeping us up to date there. I'm sure many of you are just joining as well, having watched the Nick stream for Kim Wen-jeng against Anisimova, so thank you for joining. Shelton to serve, and he's got an ace down the tee, so he leads 15-love. Sheng there with a nice 3-love advantage in that set over Bublik, so he's edging closer to pushing that to a 5th set. Oh, Nadi's broken back on Bautista Agut, so now at 2-all. It was 2 sets to love plus a break for the Spaniard, but it's now 2 games all. Popwin has held serve, so that's 5-all against Kwon. And Komisanya has won that 3rd set against Stricker. Remember, Stricker was leading 4-1 in that set. So excellent news for the Argentinian, and not so excellent news if you're a fan of the Swiss. Casper Ruud there into a first set tiebreak, but he does lead by 5 points to 1 in that tiebreak. And here on Arthur Ashe, it's 40-15 to Ben Shelton. 1 game all, 40-15, but of course Ben with the 2 sets to love lead. So we might be entering the final stages of Dominic Thiem's Grand Slam career. Not quite the final stages of his actual career, because that is due to finish in Vienna on the indoor hard courts later on this year. Ben Shelton comes into the net, puts the volley away. He's been pretty useful at the net today. Pretty efficient there, and he was there. So Ben Shelton leads by 2 games to 1. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will get the conclusion of this set.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis indeed. Dominic Thiem is serving at 1-2. 15 love, the Austrian leads. Got a comment here in the live chat. Let's have a look, see who it is. Casper takes that first set. Thank you, Brazy. This was the poll that we had out before, by the way. Yeah, he has been doing a fair bit of that today. I don't know if that's an intentional thing or whether it's just a Dominic Thiem thing in terms of the opponent. But it has certainly been an occasional tactic today. That is for sure. Double fault there for Dominic Thiem. So it's 15 all on his serve at 1-2. And now he comes into the net, but he puts that smash away. 30-15, delighted person in the crowd gets the ball. And of course, in New York, unlike many other tournaments, in fact, pretty much every tournament I know on the tour, they get to keep the balls, which is nice. And I think it's right. So Thiem serving here, 1-2 down, 2 sets to love down, 30-15 up on his serve. Good depth on that backhand there from Ben Shelton. That's a nice slice from Ben. Oh, low net clearance there on the backhand. Now it's a slice from Dominic Thiem to the forehand of to Ben Shelton. Backhand into the forehand of Dominic. Again on the forehand side of Dominic, and now he puts his forehand into the net, and it's 30 all. So, interesting moment here. Yeah, Bublik Shang destined for 5 sets, says Brazy. It does seem that way. 30 all here. Dominic Thiem serving. Backhand return from Ben. Oh, what about that backhand winner from Dominic Thiem, rolling back the years? A Bublik match without a bagel, one way or another, would feel a bit different, let's say. What's my favorite Turkish food? I mean, it's pretty predictable, but I mean, tabbouleh, by the way, does that count as being Turkish, or does that count as being Middle Eastern? I love tabbouleh. Falafel, fantastic. Kebabs, of course, but I don't like the lamb ones. So a wild forehand there for Dominic Thiem, and we've got a break point now for Ben Shelton. Huge point, this one. Yeah. Forehand here from Dominic. Goes into the net, and Ben Shelton has the break, leading 3-1 now. 3-1, so it's 2 sets to love and a break advantage now for Ben Shelton as he puts 1 foot into the second round at the US Open. Remember, him and Novak Djokovic, potential 4th round. Played each other in the semis, of course, last year with Novak Djokovic prevailing. Tabbouleh is a salad, yeah. Lots and lots of parsley. So Shelton here leading 2-0 and 3-1, and he's leading 15-love already on his serve. Those of you just tuning in, by the way, please hit the like button. It really does help the channel a lot. As we welcome those of you watching on Twitter and on Twitch, welcome to the stream. And also welcome to those of you joining in on Instagram as well. As Ben Shelton hits an ace down the tee and leads by 4-1. So he's 2 games away. I expect Shelton might start bombing some big serves in now, looking for 140 miles an hour. Not yet, Chloe. No, the match hasn't ended. Chloe, can you do me a favor, Chloe? And just below the screen here, there's a button that says subscribe. Can you click that button? That would be amazing. No, Raducanu is tomorrow, Nerlan. Welcome to you on Instagram. Nice to see you joining us. Let us know your comments. You can actually comment on Instagram. Add a comment there. Also, please, for those of you watching on YouTube or on Twitter, we need Instagram followers. Oh, great. Ozan's inside Arthur Ashe. Great. And yeah, capture some videos for us. That'd be nice. Especially short, so in the profile form, Ozan. You know, just Ben serving, Ben returning. Same with Dominic. Anyway, looking very good here now for Ben. Let's have a quick look at some of the scores elsewhere. Zverev and Matra on serve in the 4th set. Zverev leading 2-1. Shang, Bublik has at least won a game, but Shang has a set point at 5-1 to force a deciding set. Nardi is up a break now on Bautista Agut in the 3rd set. He was a break down as he tries to mount a comeback. Hoinski is also trying to mount a comeback against Carballes Baena. He was down 2-0, but it's now 2-1, and he's leading. The Brit is leading 3-2 in the 4th set. Comisania leading 2-1 on Dominic Stricker. Kruger is leading 2-1 on Grenier. Berrettini is up a set and a break on Ramos Vanolas. And Popperin has got over the line. He was a break up, seeded that break, but he did eventually get over the line 7-5 over Kwon. Elsewhere, Rublev and Sabot Wild are just underway. Have you got Rublev on upset alert? Maybe. Rude has won the 1st set 7-6 over Yunchak Chauketi. I hope I'm saying that something close to correctly. Martinez and the qualifier Kaznikowski have just got underway. They are both on serve. And Taylor Fritz is going to have to save a couple of great points against Hugo. Dominic Thiem under a little bit of pressure on his serve. You're not there right now. Okay, no worries, Ozan. Ozan, if you can give us a retweet, that would be great. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a button that says share below the screen, and you can share it to all your socials. How exciting is that? Let's have a look at some of the scores on the women's side. Of course, we know that Sakkari is already out and that Vekic is through. Kazakina is also through. Qin Wenjing is through in 3 sets over Anisimova. Erika Andreeva is through in straight sets over Yuan. Svitolina came from a set down to beat Kale. Niemeyer and Yastremska are into a 3rd set with the German up a break in that 3rd set. Sakkari is out. Fresh and Minan are underway, and they are on serve. Diane Parry is also through in straight sets. Dodin and Kalanina are also just underway. They are on serve at 1-2 with the French woman serving. So yeah, that brings you up to date with all things tennis. Thiem has held serve, by the way. So over to you again, Ben. Yes, follow us on Instagram, please, at Talking Tennis TT. There's a bit of serve volleying there as well from Ben. His volleys are pretty good, I would argue. And they're probably only going to get better with age. Sheng trying to serve this set out, and he's at deuce. Not quite a done deal yet. Although there's an ace there for Ben, 30 love, his 8th ace of the match. This time, though, the first serve goes into the net at 30 love. Second serve lands in. Thiem's so far back there, but that forehand goes into the net, and it's 3 game points now. Or did that clip the net? Oh, that may well have clipped the net, that one, so it's still 30 love. Second serve. Down the tee, backhand return is long, and it is now 3 game points for Ben Shelton and a 5-2 lead, meaning he'll be just 1 game away from a place in the second round. Just a reminder, him and Novak Djokovic are on a collision course to meet in the 4th round. Bublik has a break point. Shang is trying to serve out that 4th set. Backhand return here for Dominic, lands in. Drop shot here from Ben. Not quite good enough. Dominic chases it down. Now Dominic is at the net, and actually he's not going to have to put that volley away because Ben Shelton has netted on the backhand side. So 40-15. Ooh, bad news for Dominic Stricker. Komisanya has the break in the 4th set. Komisanya already leading by 2-1. How things have changed in that match from when Stricker was leading 4-1 in that 3rd set. Ben Shelton is held for 5-2, by the way. Bublik has got one of the break back on Shang. So it's 2-5 over there on court 11. Berrettini up a set and a break. Rublev has an early break over Sabot Wild. And Casper Ruud has now got an early break in the 2nd set. So he leads a set, and he's up by a set and a break. And Hugo did get the early break over Fritz, but he's now going to have to save a break point. Martinez and Kaznikovsky are on serve at 2 games all. Can Fritz get that break back immediately? Miles, honestly, I probably stopped feeling sad about Dominic really from probably the moment he sort of announced his. I mean, I felt sad for him for a couple of years, and I think you brought it up on a podcast recently. But probably, and then the sadness ended for me, maybe even for him, from the day he announced his retirement. And that was sort of a closure on it. Now we're just seeing the final sort of stages of his career where we can hope he can get a few wins. It'd be great if he can get a win in Vienna. And that's about it, really. Yeah, obviously, it depends on who he draws in the first round in Vienna. That's still about 6 weeks away. I don't know what his schedule is between now and Vienna. But this performance is just what we've been seeing for the last year or so, really, from Dominic. Anyway, 2-5 here. Do we think Ben can definitely get to that 4th round, by the way, and that meeting potentially with Novak? Dominic goes long there with the backhand, so it's love 15. Ben Shelton now 3 points away from a spot in the next round. Oops, going to change his racket. So yeah, it's just sort of the predictability about it, Real Miles. I mean, I just thought, you know, straight, I couldn't really see anything other than a straight sets win for Ben. First serve into the net, so second serve here, love 15. Forehand return, no, because that clipped the net, so second serve still. Forehand return from Ben. I thought he might go to the backhand there, Dominic, but he didn't. Now it's on the forehand, going into the backhand of Ben, of course, Ben the lefty. Good depth there from Shelton. Now it's on the forehand, and that's just too good. There's a demon forehand there for Ben Shelton. Love 30 now, 2 points away now, Ben, from sealing a spot in the second round. Yep, Rublev up an early break. Backhand return is wide, 15-30. Fritz has got the break back because Fritz was down already, love 1 and a break to the Argentinian Hugo, but Fritz has got that back on serve. As Jane says in the chat, Rublev is up a break, 3-2. He leads the Brazilian Sabot Wild. And now Popperin is up a set and a break on Kwon. Good serve there from Dominic Thiem, and it's 30 all as he tries to prolong his Grand Slam career by at least another game. Berrettini and Ruud. That was a quarterfinal in 2022, I believe. Was it quarterfinal or fourth round? I think quarterfinal. Casper Ruud winning that one in straights, to my surprise at least. Anyway, both of them in action right now, and both of them are up a set and a break. Comisania is 2 games away from a spot in the second round. Hugo Humbert is already in the second round. Straight sets win over Montero for him. Okay, 30 all here. Ben Shelton on the forehand, peppering that backhand of Dominic Thiem. Probably will stay in that dynamic, I would have thought, but it's Dominic Thiem who tries to change it up to the backhand of Ben, but Ben deals with it. As that's a forehand gone long there from Dominic Thiem, and we have match point for Ben Shelton. Is this the last point of Dominic Thiem's career at the Grand Slam level anyway? It might be. It just might be. So 30-40, Dominic Thiem to serve. Where are you going to go with this one? You're going to go down the tee, but you're going to hit the net. Second serve here, 30-40. Forehand return from Shelton. Forehand Dominic Thiem into the backhand of Ben Shelton. Forehand Ben Shelton now into the forehand of Dominic Thiem. And Dominic Thiem goes long. Ben Shelton has won. So Dominic Thiem's Grand Slam career is at an end in straight sets against Ben Shelton. Smiles and congratulations all round, it seems. Congratulations to Dominic Thiem on a fantastic Grand Slam career, of course, peaking at the US Open 4 years ago with that title. Ben Shelton is at the other end of his career, but he's saying, look, give the applause to Dominic Thiem, pointing towards the Austrian. I wonder if we're going to get some words from Dominic. We might do. I think we will. Tournament director, S.A.C. Alistair, just having a word with him. 6-4, 6-2, 6-2. Dominic Thiem wins. Ben Shelton wins. Oh, you don't want to get that one wrong. No, Nerlan. Indeed. Dominic Thiem's US Open career, in fact, his Grand Slam career is now at an end. So I think we're going to hear from Dominic Thiem. Let's have a listen to what he has to say.
Well, New York, we're going to hear from Ben Shelton in just a moment. But first, we have a moment right now with Dominic Thiem in his final U.S. Open match. Let's take a look.
I think we're going to have a look at some of the highlights, which of course culminated in that win in 2020. It's a pretty short reel. Which is a bit harsh on Dominic, especially had some epic matches. I remember one with Rafa Nadal in 2018, I think.
Here in New York, and today we want to celebrate you, your career, and your final match on these courts. So I'm going to hand the mic over, and we want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, first of all, of course, thank you so much for all your support on all those years. It's been 10 years since I've played here the first time. But yeah, it's actually a really important moment for me because I've had my greatest success of my career here on this court, in this in this weird 2020 under very strange and different circumstances, and unfortunately I had this success without any of you, so that was of course at one point a really amazing moment, but on the other hand also pretty sad. So I'm super happy that I got the chance to play my last US Open, my last match here on this court, and I can spend now some time with you guys just to to say thank you to all of you, and to make the time up with what we have missed 4 years ago. So that's a really special moment, and I'm very grateful for everybody who came and everybody who got me the chance to play here for one last time. Thank you so much.
Tommy, before you leave us, we're going to welcome up USTA Chairman of the Board and President, Dr. Brian Hainline. He's going to send you home with a little memento of some of your moments here at the US Open. New York, let's hear it one more time for your 2020 US Open champion, Dominic Thiem.
It's a nice little montage of pics there that he's been given.
Yeah, I was going to see that.
Indeed. Nice to see a tweet from Mario. Some words from Ben Shelton as well.
For Dominic Thiem, what have you learned from watching him go about his business during his career?
Well, first of all, I just want to say congrats to him and his team on an outstanding Grand Slam career that they've had. 4 finals, a title is something that only kids can dream about, sitting at the couch at home, which was me not too long ago. So it couldn't happen to better people. I always love seeing Domi's face, Moritz, always smiling as well, and your team does it the right way. So I'm sorry that this was the way it ended, but congrats on everything. You have so much to be proud of, and so many people who love you out here.
Well, Ben, You walked out on this court again. You got the fresh kit. You have a fresh haircut. The tennis looked pretty solid today as well. What are you taking away from this first match back?
Yeah, I love being out here in New York. No much better atmosphere than being here at Patch. So thank all you guys. You guys brought the energy and did work today.
Of course, semi-finalist last year before losing to Novak Djokovic.
Thanks to everybody in my box who came out. My boy Nick has a big exam this afternoon, but he showed out, so I appreciate it. Good luck on that exam, bro.
Lastly, Ben, you came in here to New York last year ranked 47 in the world. You're now 13 in the world. How are you and your team making sure you keep things fun and light when maybe the expectations and the stakes are a little bit higher this time around?
Yeah, we have a developmental mindset. I don't know if you see my strength coach in the box. A lot of times he keeps going like this. So we're always focused on pushing forward, not really looking behind us, and just trying to become a more complete player. So I'm glad with how I played out here today, and I'm just excited for another chance to play here at the US Open because it's my favorite tournament of the year.
We're glad to have you back. Let's hear it one more time for Ben Shelton.
There we go. Ben Shelton through to the second round. Says we have a developmental mindset amongst his team, as the expectations, of course, will go up, as does his ranking. So, yeah, just a few words on that match as a whole. The first 8 games were shared between the two without a single break point. Ben then holds serve for 5-4. Remember, he was serving first throughout the match, actually, in each set, because then it's over to Dominic Thiem at 4-5. And at that point, it was pretty much even, Stephen. In fact, if anything, it was Ben who was being a little bit looser with some of his shots, many of which were flying into the net. And I think at one point it was 7 unforced errors from Ben. In fact, that exact point in that game at 4-5, it was 7 unforced errors for Ben and just 4 off the racket of Dominic Thiem, who'd been pretty solid. Unfortunately, in that game, when Dominic Thiem was serving at 4-5, he throws in 3 unforced errors, and that was the set and arguably the match. The momentum then very much with Ben getting early breaks in sets 2 and 3. I would say that Ben wasn't quite as solid as perhaps Blair Henley suggested there in the first set and a half when it was a bit loose. The serve, though, started to become more effective, and really he was rarely under threat on that serve. Dominic just couldn't make an impression, but it was also Dominic was unable to really hold on to his own serve and eventually succumbed to a straight sets loss. Dominic Thiem's career obviously reaching a peak in 2020, both at the US Open, but also in terms of tennis. I remember his run to the final at the ATP Tour Finals that year. I remember that. I'm going to call it an epic straight sets win that Dominic had, because it was just epic. It was 7-6, 7-6, but the level of tennis that him and Rafa were able to produce that day was incredible. Of course, 2020 is also the year that Dominic got to the Australian Open final, leading 2-1 over Novak Djokovic. And who knows, we could be talking about a 2 Grand Slam time winner. But nevertheless, he did get his 1 win in the US, winning in 5 sets over Alexander Zverev that year. Unfortunately for Dominic, as he did mention in that on-speech address that he just gave, that he wasn't able to do it in front of supporters. He has, of course, at least had these moments in front of supporters, and he will have 1 or 2 more, none more so than in Vienna when he bows out from the sport for good. So as Dominic Thiem sails off into the tennis sunset, at least in terms of Grand Slams today, Ben Shelton proceeds. I think Ben's tennis will have to get a little bit better if he really wants to have a deep run, particularly if he ends up meeting Novak Djokovic in the 4th round. They are on a collision course. Of course, Novak Djokovic in action later today against Albon. Everyone else, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back again with more live commentary still to come. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and all that other jazz. But all I want to do is finish this stream by saying goodbye, Dominic Thiem, and thank you for the memories. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready. Play.
I have to tell you, very important, very sad, but also very beautiful message. The season 2024 is gonna be my last one. I'm gonna finish my career with the end of this season. There are some reasons behind it. Firstly, of course, my wrist. It's not exactly the way it should be, and it's not exactly the way how I want it. And the second reason is my inner feeling. I was thinking about this decision for a very long time. I was thinking very carefully about it. Of course, I was also thinking about the whole journey as a tennis player, which was incredible. I've had success, I've won trophies, I've really never dreamt of. So the journey was incredible, all the ups and downs. It was a incredible experience, which I'm so thankful for. But yeah, at the end, I came to the conclusion that this decision to end my career by the end of the season is the only right one. I'm very happy with it, and I am also super excited for everything what's coming next, and for a lot of more information, and also all the talks with my family and all the talks about my career and my past. Let's check out the vlog, which is coming on tomorrow.
Finais disputados. Minhas senhoras e meus senhores, Jan Shansky. Un minuto, 1 minute.
Ready. Play.
Questions in English for Dominic, please? Dominic, that's obviously a very close match. It could have gone either way, that second set especially. You opened up on it recently about having some pain back in your wrist and kind of scaling back training. How was kind of the first week of competing since you announced that news gone?
Yeah, it was okay. You know, I had a solid match on Monday. I had another solid match today. Was not bad at all. As you said, it could have gone either way, especially second set. And yeah, the wrist it's okay. It's under control, but it's not good, and it's not like it was before. But yeah, I know this, you know, and so I can deal with it. But no, it was two solid matches. One went my way, one unfortunately the other way. Yeah, so that's how I leave Estoril.
And Gasquet playing him today, he's recently come back into some good form. First quarter-final, I believe, in a little while. So how do you feel he was playing against you? How was the level in the match?
I thought it was a pretty decent match. I felt that he didn't give me many easy mistakes, like some in the tiebreak in the second set and some towards the end of the first set. But other than that, he didn't give me many free points. So credits to him. And yeah, it's always always nice matches when we play. You know, it was the sixth match between us, and every single of them was good and enjoyable.
Did you struggle a bit in the bit smaller court, because we saw you both playing very close to the fences?
Yeah, I think it was for both of us a bit small, but it was fine. Was good atmosphere, you know. Was full court, full small court, so it was nice. And yeah, we have to deal with it. It's fine.
Where does this tournament leave you, Dominic Thiem, going forward?
Yeah, as I said, it's 2 solid matches. Also today was not bad, and let's see if I come in Monte Carlo. I think I'm still some spots out, so let's see. If I get in there, nice, I'll play there. If not, my next tournament gonna be in Munich.
And the rest of the year and 2025?
I'm focusing now on the next tournament, which is either Monte Carlo or Munich, and then yeah, leading up the way to Paris, and everything else we will see.
When you are going out of court, the persons told you are a legend, another one, you are the best. You feel that yet? And what to do to return top 10?
No, it's very nice to hear words like that. But as I said, I'm not comparing myself anymore to myself when I was top 10. It's just not working that way. And yeah, I'm trying to do the best out of the situation what I'm in right now.
Would you like to come back next year if the Stur Open has a place?
I don't know. We will see what's happening next year.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks Dominic. Cheers.
Ready? Play.
Hi Dominic. First of all, can you give us a quick update on the coaching situation, where we're at with that right now?
Yeah, I'm here with Carlis. You know, I was traveling with him like 10, 11 years ago. I won my first challenger with him actually, and he's with me since 4 or 5 weeks. So I know him well. I'm practicing at home with my father, like since after Australia, and yeah, Carlis is gonna travel with me the most weeks, I guess, and yeah, that's the situation right now.
Just one more. What is the biggest difference between Dominic Thiem 2019-2020 and Dominic Thiem 2024?
It's a different galaxy, actually. No, but it's I guess a bit of everything, you know. Like I had a little bit more power back then. Obviously, a lot more confidence. Probably I was playing the game better, just a bit. I was way more in the. I had a way more fluent game as well. So yeah, there are a lot of differences, but I stopped comparing myself to back then because there's no point, and yeah, I try to do the best out of my situation right now.
So you pulled out of Naples last week to heal up the wrist. So 2 hours today. Are you pain-free? Are you ready to keep going for the rest of the week?
Yeah, I'm pain-free. I was putting down a bit the intensity in the last weeks of practice, so that I'm ready for here, which is good. And obviously it's a little bit day-by-day thing, you know. But I'm having my physio here. He's great. He's working a lot every day, so that it keeps calm. And I have a day off tomorrow as well. No match tomorrow. That helps. So I should be ready for Wednesday.
You've talked very openly about this season being very important for you to know what to do next. Do you feel that Estoril can be a turning point for you?
I guess every week can be a turning point, but no, as I said before, I'm in a situation right now where I really have to do the best out of it. There's no point to compare myself to my 2019 or 2020 self. It's just useless. So yeah, I'm trying to do the best out of it. Today was great. It's a great victory, and I try to do similar on Wednesday.
Dominic, I guess you know Jean-Sauce is going to retirement after this tournament. You guys had a lot of battles over the years. What can you tell us about Thiem? What can you tell us about the battles that you guys had in the past?
Yeah, I have a special relationship. First on the court, I played my first Grand Slam match ever against Joao, and then also my second ATP title I won against him. But then from like when the time was going on, we became great friends outside the court. He was inviting me for one great dinner here in Lisbon. I still have to do a revenge in Vienna. I would love to do this. I hope he has more time now after this tournament. But no, it's unbelievable what he did for Portuguese tennis. I think he really brought this sport to another level in the country, and he's a great guy, and I'm sure he'll have a great, very long life outside tennis.
And are you happy for playing here in this last tournament of John?
Yeah, of course, it's nice. I think he's playing tomorrow night. Maybe I'll come watch. Would be nice for sure. It's a great atmosphere. Many people will make a great atmosphere for him. So yeah, maybe I'll come by and watch a bit.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.